Welcome to the J.R. Hendrick Texas Night. Podcast deals with the early life of yours truly. And now, narrating the story, Can't Live Without an Exhibition, Part 1. Jimmy. 5 p.m. The Hendrick family is waiting outside the mansion for the chauffeured limousine. Where's Cousin Joe? I requested that he join us, Jim said. Would you relax? He decided to eat quiche in the reception area with his girlfriend, and then he has a party over at the house of Mike Varble. Mike Varble, Jim said. That kid turned Texas Tech dropout into Ivy League heartthrob, Jim said. Daddy, the limousine's here, Christine said. They got into the limousine and headed off to Arlington, Virginia. 7 p.m. At the restaurant in Hotel de la Verde, the Hendrick family is having a reception, a private dinner, with CFTC chairman Barbara Hollum and her family. So you must be the firstborn son. Your dad has told me so much about you, Barbara Hollum said. Well, I'm sure he has, Jared said. I'm having a great internship with him. You know, my boy, you gotta pardon my boy, Jim said. He can talk your ear off. Always has his nose in the book. But you see, there's one thing I just don't understand. On such a dinner and evening occasion as this, why he didn't invite this sweet-looking girl named Holly Hawthorne to the dinner for a date. Oh, Jim, no, Betsy said. Not so soon. I'm just saying. "9:40 p.m. JR is in his room listening to classical music. Cousin Joe was still out partying at the Varble house in Georgetown and would not be back until well after JR was asleep. The thing was, the Varble party would spill into the Hendrick mansion with consequences to come at 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 a.m. JR was half asleep when all throughout the hallway, you could hear the shouts of Bill Hume. You two-bit befuddled intern piece of crap! He yelled at his sweet mate Alex. Look at this! There's puke all over the floor up in here! And I just know. Did you left that party in Georgetown? Drunk 3 sheets to the wind! Bill said. Haven't you just showed some decent restraint? There was a 25-minute silence, and then, man, Alex, show some responsibility. Show some respect. JR did his best to go back to sleep, knowing that his cousin Joe was right beside him. It was a crazy time. He enjoyed himself at the dinner the night before. But now, the ripple effect was underway. He'd known Mike Varble from his lobbying days in Austin. He knew him at Chris Cole Rehab Center. Knew somehow that he had dropped out of Texas Tech. Didn't know why. And knew that Varble, even though he tried to redeem himself with JR, would be trouble. So, it would be no surprise to him the dire consequences that would happen in the morning. Unbeknownst to JR, his father was watching CNN News, well aware of the yelling and carrying on that was going on. How? The night security guard, Rodney, had told him all about how the party came in drunk and the situation that was to come. The consequences would be dire in some ways. One person would be expelled. At least 2 would be highly reprimanded. And his father's ire from the day before with the interns showing out would only get worse. Hope you enjoy listening to the J.R. Hendrick Texan Night. You like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of the adventure. This is J.R. Hendrick saying until next time, get ready for the rest of the story. Guys, I'm here to tell you, it's going to get bumpy from here.